Ethereum is on a takeover attempt of YouTube. I'll break it down for you guys today. We've got a lot of Tom Lee. You don't want to miss it. Let's just jump in. I do want to thank our sponsor, and that is BTCC. This is where you guys can get into your own trades. And the cool thing about BTCC is this gives you a shot at copy trades. You can do, of course, long and shorts over there, leverage, all of this available to you. Very easy to set up. Get a 10% first-time deposit bonus, along with a whole slew of perks just by using our link down below. Let them know we sent you just by hitting that down below. Let's get into it today. I've got a lot of clips here of the investor meeting with Tom Lee and Bitmine. And there is a lot coming out of Vegas. Let me go to this first one to kind of start it off. Take a look.
So we're 68% of the way to 5%. We originally thought this would take 5 years. Oh. Thank you. Now, we have cash, $1 billion of cash on the balance sheet, and we're generating this level of rewards and income. You don't want us to just be a staking entity. So that gets us to the second, which is we want to invest in moonshots. We said we would use up to 5% of the balance sheet to do moonshots. We want to accelerate tokenization products. We want to work with the L2s and the DeFis, the leading projects, ideas that would really enhance the future value of Ethereum. Now, 5% today is $700 million.
So what you saw there on that clip was Tom kind of explaining, listen, we need to take some of these profits, let's make Ethereum even better. And he goes further into these moonshots. Now, the moonshot he's talking about is, of course, the partnership with MrBeast and their idea around financial products. Listen to what he had to say.
You might be confused, so I'll explain to you why. This is not confusing, okay? We made a $200 million investment into Beast Industries. I'm looking at the room, okay? I'm going to guess, okay, that the representative population of Gen Z, Gen Alpha is not here, okay? You might think that we have gone off the rails. He has like a third of all people that are on the internet following him. There's 7 billion people on this planet. His follower count's going to include like Mars inhabitants because he's going to cover the whole planet. That's reach. We're the largest corporate and strategic investor in his company, okay? What do I think that investment's worth? Okay, I can make a forward statement because I'm not Beast Industries, but I think we're going to easily make a moonshot return on that, 10x.
All right, a moonshot return on Beast Industries. I'll get into what they are doing that made Tom Lee so interested in this. But he has an angle that I think is also kind of unique in terms of a call option. Listen to what he had to say.
That's not the reason, okay? Now we have substantial call option value on any future consumer service developed by each. Do any of you guys watch Beast Games? It's the #1 unscripted show in Prime Video history. Well, would it make sense for Bitmine to be a sponsor partner with MrBeast in one of the episodes? That's what we're going to have synergy from by being their largest corporate strategic investor.
So I agree with the strategy is that they're garnering a different approach to reaching the next generation investor. This is something I've said all along. I think Tom's onto something here. The interesting point that you have to kind of consider is he's not the only one. We've already started to see this before. This, of course, was Gamesquare, another DAT that has, of course, integrated Tyler Blevins. You guys know who that is. That's Ninja. And again, this is their conduit into next generation investors. And it's why I talk about is you're going to see a big wealth transfer into the next generation, Gen Z, and of course what we will see millennials, and of course Alpha, which is really the ones that are being, I think, bred for what's going to happen in blockchain. All of this is now starting to take place. You look at this right here, you can kind of see there, of course, is Gamesquare Holdings, which is also another top 10 right now on DATs in general. So it is definitely an interesting strategy that Tom Lee is going about. And it's kind of unique because he's presenting it to his investors and having to explain a lot of this stuff. Now, this is another element that starts to make even more sense as he goes further into the description. Take a look.
You got to explain this to everyone, including me.
Beast Industries is planning to create a future platform of services, which includes digital items and even financial services. And that's really where a collaboration between Beast Industries and Bitmine will make sense. So
kind of getting it. Could you have done this with Solana?
70% of all tokenized assets are taking place on Ethereum. It's had 100% uptime since inception. The only smart contract platform to have never gone down.
So, all right, so what you see there with Tom is he's trying to convince traditional finance. That's Wall Street, CNBC. Joe over there trying to understand how this could be done. ETH is the perfect partner here. Now he goes into this next clip and it explains a little bit more about one of the metrics behind it, which will end up being a big benefit for what Beast could do in this space. Take a look.
The digital tokens that MrBeast that would be traveling across the Ethereum network. What are we talking about? Just describe it.
I think it's really going to be up to what Beast Industry unveils. If I was to imagine things that'll happen, number one, we know that stablecoins have become increasingly mainstream. And we also know that Wall Street firms like BlackRock and Robinhood want to tokenize almost everything from stocks to credit to real estate and eventually things like intellectual property and even loyalty points. I imagine that those are the kind of products that could be emerging on any future services platform.
When you look at the filing at the U.S. Patents and Trademarks Office, you can see on this from Beast Industries, this is the kind of services they're talking about, guys. I'll zoom in on that for you. Online banking services, cash advances, financial services, micro lending, etc. Debit cards, electronic credit card processing, cryptocurrency payment processing. It is a slew of services that will be integrated into this. This is why Tom, of course, is trying to put this deal together. And of course, the reach is the big part of this. And it makes so much sense when you look at it that way. Now, here's the kicker. And that is, how does this collaborate with the next generation of where distribution comes from? Remember, distribution is key in crypto. That's why all of the major exchanges have distribution and they have density. But here is the ultimate distribution of all. Take a look.
MrBeast has more viewership than Walt Disney or Netflix or NBC or Paramount, Fox, Warner Brothers, or Amazon. His content is more watched than the Super Bowl. Now he does all these collaborations. That's the key word.
So what you see there is really a strategy that's been implemented across where Beast's growth continues to fly. Now he did the test with Amazon. That was not something that did well. It did great in terms of reach, but it didn't really roll up into MrBeast in terms of profitability. That's something that I think is why we're going to see Beast start to reshift his focus back into YouTube. And that, I think, is going to translate into maybe a future for a crypto connection. YouTube, remember, has been doing a variety of things such as exclusive music. I think the blocks are lined up here for a very intriguing partnership. I think Lee sees it through the clouds. The opportunity might be brewing. The key here, of course, will be if Beast can put a team together or Lee can put a team together that can build that financial infrastructure that would be needed to go forward. I want to go one more clip because this is where Tom Lee hints a little further at what Bitmine is doing. Take a look.
So an app is coming, and it's being developed by an outside technical team. You might wonder, what are we going to offer on it? That's what you have to wait to find out. Okay.
I like that. All right, wait to find out. One thing that is clear is that maybe the pass-through target here is actually YouTube. Because, I mean, why would you just partner with MrBeast when you have tens of thousands of creators that match up to billions of users worldwide, and you have a financial system, crypto, that essentially can touch all those billions of users? That's something that maybe Tom has in his back pocket going forward. Last up, this is Tom talking about him still buying ETH while everybody else sold. Take a look.
And since October 31, only 2 crypto companies bought any crypto in size. MicroStrategy, and in fact, 2 Ethereum treasuries actually sold Ethereum. Bitmine is a top 50 most traded stock in America, top 50. That's 14 times larger than number 2 in crypto treasury. So if you're looking at what institutions want a really liquid stock that they can buy without disturbing the price. Well, we trade $1.6 billion a day.
Nice moves for Tom Lee. I think this is interesting because, remember, Bitmine, not even on the playing field 18 months ago. This is a huge success story, and it's, of course, all benefiting Ethereum. I think this strategy is intriguing at the minimum and possibly could be close to brilliance if Tom can pull this off. We're going to watch this one very closely. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe, drop a comment down below, and also join our free private member group. The link is in the description.